This is Cube Speaks podcast with your Cube truly, Wavy Davy, where we have tough conversations and we get straight to it. For my new listeners, don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe. Now, with further ado, let's get straight to the intro. And welcome to the Ice Chest. This is Cube Speaks, hosted by your Cube truly, Wavy Davy. This has been a long time in coming. I've been trying to get this stuff together, been writing down, been trying to get these episodes planned, thinking about what guests and stuff I want on here. I appreciate the support behind closed doors. I want to shout out my friend Ice Money. You know he got a YouTube page. Keep it been outdoors. Please go check that out. Go run up the likes. Go run up the follows. He's doing big things. He went salmon fishing last. That was an enjoyable video to watch, and I recommend you guys check out that page. And like I said in the intro, we talk about tough shit, so let's get straight to it. Let me just give y'all a little intro to the show real quick. This is Cube Speaks. Cube, it it definitely means courageous, universal, black, and educated. Uh, Cube is something that I've definitely used my whole life. I've called myself a cube on many occasions. Comes off of an old saying that somebody's a square. I used to be called a square my whole life. I didn't think I was a square. I figured I had a lot more going on to be a square. So I call myself a cube. Cube got round edges. Squares got them pointy edges, and they real up tight to the thing. Cubes is a little relaxed. They might be a little uppity sometimes, but they got that little round curve that shapes them as a person. I feel like that perfectly describes me, and it might describe you, might describe somebody So you get an understanding of how some people think outside of just one extreme to the another. You either got the square or you got the motherfucker running around doing everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna have some conversations based off of things that I think is important to me and my community, and kind of my either opinion, or I'm going to react to some videos that will incite my opinion towards of how I feel about certain conversations we need to either have in our community, or certain conversations I just have with my friends. And a lot of the times you're going to see me bring some of my friends up here and stuff like that, and you're going to understand this is like stuff we talk about. Like this is life for us. Like this is stuff for us to grow and get better and things like that. And I think I should share this to more than just my friends. Like and I'm gonna bring in some of the conversations me and my friends have, because some me and my friends have some really intelligent conversations that just it is different. It's different from our point of view. I got friends that are cubes, I got friends that are squares, and I got friends that are way above that in complete circles. So, just having that wide range of information, I kind of get an understanding of where everybody's at. So, I feel like my view's a little different. I play devil's advocate, which, if y'all don't know what that means, I play both sides, but not like that, but I play both sides. So, I kind of get a perspective of, an opinion I might not agree with, and an opinion I agree with, or, sometimes I get down to the middle. And you're gonna see me go through that a lot, where I'll talk about one thing and then completely offset it with something else I say. So, you know, uh, you know, we'll get some conversations out here. But my main purpose is just to spread some love, spread some peace, have some tough conversations that we need to have so we can grow together. Like I want this to be something where we grow as people together. Like I want my people to really either learn or get a different view from things, or just let's talk, let's get some shit out, let's talk about some shit that these mediaites and whatever they call these people that be trying to feed stuff to us that ain't really true, to make us debate or divide us even more. So let's talk about this shit together. And if you don't like what I say, there's comment spaces everywhere. I'm gonna open a Discord or a Patreon at some point, and then y'all could let me know how y'all feel. Like I just want this to be an open space. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm just giving y'all my opinion and I don't give a damn about y'all opinion. Like, nah, Like I really want to create this family. Like, we in an ice chest. All what does cubes do in the ice chest? They sit together. They get cold together. They melt together. Like we gonna grow. We gonna grow, melt, whatever we gotta do, and then we gonna pick ourselves back up. So, I just I would love to get this to as many people as I can. I feel like we need more people to represent us, whether big, small platforms, power, financials. Like we just need more people talking about some of the stuff we need to go through. So, hey, if I got one listener, I'm rocking with that one listener. If I got 100 million, then we rocking. But I'm still gonna be the same person from day one to day 365. So we gonna do something with this. Uh, so going to the next section of kind of my background, who I am, and just kind of give y'all some space to know who I am before I start just out giving y'all my opinion. I think y'all should know who a brother is before I just start giving y'all my opinion like that. So, uh, grew up Southside Stockton, Restaurant Ranch, 209. Uh, then moved down to Fairfield, California, 707, and now currently living in Colorado in the mountains in rural. I've 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 been through some stuff. Been through a lot of stuff. Childhood was cool. Both parents in the home. Parents was working like crazy to make sure we stay tight, stay together. Put a great work ethic into me and my sister, which we both appreciate to this day. Yes, I do have a little sister. My little sister is about 4 years younger than me. Close relationship. Uh, I'm not gonna say my childhood was peaches and roses, but it was good. It was good. There was love in the house, everything like that. Like I said, it wasn't picture perfect, but it was somewhat close. For me, it was somewhat close. I'm athlete too, ex-athlete, student athlete. I played since the age of 4 up until the age of like 21, 22. Stopped due to injuries, lack of good coaches, just a whole mess. We'll get into that another day. That's gonna be a part of one of my segments of you know um, athletics and mental health. I feel like that's a conversation we need to have, especially with all the shit going on between like these athletes getting arrested, blowing a bag, everything like that. We're gonna touch on that one of these episodes because that is a near and dear topic to my heart because I feel like we don't have any representation in the mental health field when it comes to athletics. And they, just build us up to be these athletes that don't feel nothing, don't see nothing, and all we see is this NBA goal. And for half of us, more than half of us, that's not real. That's not realistic to us. Nobody's worried about what we're gonna do after somebody tells us that we done or we can't walk no more or like what where is that preparation? And I don't think we not having a strong enough conversation to reach some of these young dudes that are 18, 19 getting drafted. I think we need to have some stronger conversations and some stronger togetherness about some of these topics. Um, yeah. So that was my little spill. Like I said, that's a touchy topic. Dealt with a lot of mental health as I was playing sports. So yeah. A little backtrack to childhood. I like I said, Square was a weird ass little kid, big head, skinny body. I was just weird. I just didn't dress good, didn't know how to match. Like I just was a weird kid. Got bullied as a kid. Got bullied all the way up to maybe like middle school seriously, and then everything else was kind of it was that trend as I was getting older. It was fun to just get on people. So I don't know if whether it was bullying, just having fun. Hey, we're gonna have a deeper conversation about that one day. And there's one thing I want to do. I want to be personal with y'all. Like, of course, I ain't finna let everything out because there's some shit I just can't let out. But I want to get real personal with y'all. Like, I want y'all to like feel where I'm coming from when I talk about certain things. That's why I think this background portion might be a lot longer than it probably should be than most people would do. But I need you guys kind of know where my basis of my opinions are coming from. So yeah, got picked on, led on to anger management issues. I was in anger management classes from about the first grade till the fourth grade. Stemmed a lot of mental health issues and later into the future. Uh, yeah, I'll touch on that a little bit more later down the line. But yeah, that shapes me to the person I am and the non-judgmental person I can be. So I graduated college, went through high school, went to public high school first. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was running up a check in public school. I was on the basketball team. Everybody knew who I was. The teachers knew I was on the team. And long story short, I was walking in. I'm walking into classes. I got maybe a 25%. Go walk up to the teacher and hand her a paper and be like, "Hey, I need this to be at least a C so I can play tonight." Like for real. Like I can't. I was running up a check. I was running up a check, and I knew it. I'm coming home playing 8+ hours of Call of Duty at night. Like my parents was pissed. My parents was like, bro, you're not learning nothing. So we finna send you to the school where you finna learn something. So I got transferred to a charter school that shit. Just put it this way: anything under 69 or anything under 70% is an automatic fail. That was a hard transition, but it shaped me to be somebody that was determined to do things. Cause like I had a 2.0 GPA I had to obtain. Uh, I didn't want to be close to 2.0, so I was always riding on the 2.5, 2.6 scale. I about graduated with a less than 3.0. Like I barely graduated, but that's beyond the point. So we fast forward to college, went to accelerated program for college after high school from another accelerated program. Did got my degree in 3.5 years in criminal justice. Things just didn't pan out for law enforcement. It was a crazy time during that time. By the time I was graduating, there was a lot of hatred towards black officers and black law enforcement. So it was just a hard decision. I didn't want to go throw myself in a bad situation. So, which brings me into my next topic, which landed me into working in the social service field. I've worked as a residential counselor for 2 years, and then I just got done working as a caseworker for a year. And I'll touch on jobs and mental health of jobs and the importance of having a job that you can actually work at. We will touch on that on another episode. Actually, I think I'm gonna write that down because I don't even think I had that down. But that's gonna be another topic. We just like I said, we're just gonna talk about stuff that pertains to life. Like we don't need to talk about these celebrities and what they do, and we got enough people that do that. But yeah, we are gonna touch on that, but we're gonna make it a learning experience instead of oh they acting dumb or oh look what Blueface did today or look what like that don't matter. That don't pertain to us and what we're dealing with. And when we get to that point, we still probably won't care about it because we need to be focusing on us. With all this stuff going on around us, we got to start focusing on us. We got the wars, we got everything going on. We need to start worrying about us. We need to stop worrying about what's going on around us, start building up some wealth, and make our people right. Like we need to start getting the tools to where we're okay. We always gonna be okay, but it shouldn't be having to be a struggling okay. Like let's like we need to really start learning how to build up build up ourselves, our community, the people around us. Like if we had a little bit more togetherness, we wouldn't be getting fucked with the media and X, Y, and Z as much as if we were a little bit more together. But it's the media trying to divide us for the same exact reason why we would be a lot stronger. So just give you that little tidbit to sit with. But yeah, with the jobs, there was very stress. very stressful jobs, high stress, high stressful situations, just kind of dealing with some things that weren't that weren't comfortable just because I was making money. And I'll touch on some of those situations later. That could be a whole nother episode if y'all want a Q&A night or Q&A episode or whatever y'all want to do. That's something for a whole nother night. So, we'll talk about that. But that's enough about me. It's kind of my story, my background, the kind of why I call myself a cube and why I think I'm a certain type of person. Um, so now I'm gonna go into explaining what actually is a cube. Like I said, I gave the acronym. It's courageous, universal, black, and educated. A cube possesses all of these four letters of these acronym. And let me explain why. Courageous. Every black man, black woman, anybody needs to be courageous. Out in this world, if you're not courageous, you're not taking risks, you're not doing anything to progress your life and make you a better person, you're not doing anything for yourself. And forget the community and everything like that. You're not doing anything for yourself. So being courageous is definitely one thing that a cube does display. Universal. Universal could be switched for I don't even know. Universal, you got to be universal in this world. You got to be able to step into the corporate world the same way you could walk into the hood. Like not saying act the same way, but with that same confidence. You should be able to walk into a job with that same confidence you have in the hood, knowing nobody is going to mess with you or what you got going on. We got to start being able to do both and being able to utilize when to be what in what current situation because you never know who's watching. And that's why I believe that cubes have this specific trait because of the fact that you have to be very universal. Being a cube, like, being a half a square is like, like I said, I grew up in Stockton. Stockton is a tough place to grow up from and grow up out of from. I had to be a different way. Not saying I had to change my character or anything like that, but I had to be a different way in different situations. I knew if I was in Stockton and I was going to the food for less, I knew I had to act a certain way. I knew I had a certain way of making sure I'm straight. That's not saying I'm scared of anybody or anything like that, but that's making sure I'm straight. Making sure I'm making it home at the end of the day. Making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to, not getting any unnecessary bullshit that I could bring back home. That's what that means. Very universal for your situation. Because I could tell you right now, I could go back home and still fit in and still talk to all the people and go walk down the neighborhood and hey, what's up and da 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 da, like without any problems. Not saying problems won't arise towards me, but I'm not looking for them, and there's a high chance they're not coming for me. I could go to Fairfield and do the same thing and go see old people I grew up with and enjoyed being around and everything like that, and be able to be in that environment without them worrying that I'm going to do something stupid to get them in something, and me worrying that my involvement is going to do something or their involvement of them hanging out with me is going to do something. But I could take that same thing and I could go walk into Google corporates right now and I could be friends with fucking everybody. I could have conversations with everybody. I could have intelligent conversations with everybody. I could get it to the point where they're probably going to want to hire me before I even walk out of that door. But that's that utilization. You need to be able when to use it and know where it's going to take you. And that is that small part of what makes cubes is they can switch their direction in what situation they're in, and they adapt to their situation. So black, of course, Q got to be black. I mean, honestly, I try to find a word for B that didn't have to do with black, but hey, I got to black. So but that means more than just black, just being black. That means, you knowing about your culture and wanting to be involved in your culture and knowing what aspects of your culture and knowing the current events of what's going on with your culture. You need to know what's going on with all aspects of your culture. If there's 100 and something denominations of your culture, you might want to start picking up on some. So you can start realizing, okay, I need to figure out this, I need to figure out that. Da, 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 da. Like, okay, well, when I go here on vacation, they're gonna look at me this way, or this is the proper way to act when you're around this culture. And it doesn't only help when you meet other people of a different culture. One, two, it just helps you figure out your roots. It helps you learn more about who you are and why you are who you are. Like for me, I definitely am disappointed I have not tried to find my ancestry out, because that is that's an interest to me. I want to know, like, who do I come from, where my roots are, like, but when you don't know that, you feel no sense of family. And it's like, yeah, you have family that you could see, but like you have no sense of like where you come from, something to be proud of, or just what makes up you. So, and that is the part of this self growth that I think everybody should take one little portion in, is learning who you are outside of just the traits that make you who you are. Like, you need to start looking at your roots and the people that were the people that got you to where you at today. Um I think y'all heard enough of me talking about me, but I just want you guys to know what Q means to me. Like I said, I feel like the universal part is a big portion to it. Adapting to your environment, adapting to who you are in certain environments, and not losing true to yourself while you're in that environment. Cause like that switch between not, I'm not gonna say professional and hood, but like, the corporate world and what you living at home, those are two different things. But it's easy when you're in that corporate world to lose who you actually are as a person. Hone in the skills of being able to put your personality into that corporate world, and see what type of places it takes you. Uh, and it means to me, I just feel like I'm in a small group of people, because nobody knows what a cube is yet. And once you guys start realizing what a cube is, you be able to make that discretion. And maybe we have some more cubes. Start putting out the same thing I'm trying to put out, and give people a demographic that they didn't even know existed. Like, I'm not the toughest dude in the world. I'm not the softest dude in the world either. Like 50 said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I mean, that's what it is. Like, I'll be honest with y'all. I've had one fight. I've had one fight my whole life, and it started off with me getting snuck, and it wasn't until I was like in my 20s. I'm not a fighter. I'm a complete lover. But if I get to that point, I become a fighter. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at that. I'm just not gonna say anything else. But I feel like that's a lot of it. A lot of it is, realizing that you you have two different lanes. Like, you have two different avenues, or you ain't gotta be so much one side. Like, you ain't gotta show everybody you the toughest dude in the world, and then it, it's stress free. I mean, you gonna have stuff in your life, But it's just like you don't you don't have those problems of being too left or too right. You know, too out there or too not out there. Like you don't have either or problems of not experiencing the world or experiencing too much of the world at one time. Like don't get me wrong, I've been on both ends. Like I had strict parents. I could barely get out the house, sneaking out and stuff like that. Never came up, never tried it, just stuff like that. But once I grew up and I got out of the house, I ran into a lot of situations, a lot of just situations that I shouldn't have been in or I shouldn't have been around or shit just kind of ran and followed me. So, like I said, cubes go through both sides. And that's why I feel like they're universal because, they can handle that situation and handle that situation. So that's what it means to me. That's why I call myself a cube. I feel like I said, I don't feel like I'm a square. I feel like then been through some shit and still done some good shit at the same time. Uh, you know. So, this next portion I wanted to show you guys a video of an example of a cube. So I am real into the Power Universe. Shout out 50 for everything he's done with the universe. I love every portion of it. Uh, he's done some great things with that universe. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's done some great things. But there's one character, and as soon as I seen this character, I was like, okay, he he reminds me a little bit of how I would be if I was put in them situations. So let me pull up this video real quick. Or not. Just a second. But yeah. He did some stuff in this show where I was just like, okay, I can see that. I could see I could see that 100%. I could see why they call him a cube, all that. Because at the end of the day, he held it solid, but he didn't have to do no work. He didn't go out there do nothing. He wasn't selling nothing so far that I've seen. Let me not jump ahead of myself, because all of a sudden I say all that the next season he out there selling the whole world. So all right, let me get this video up. And I apologize now that I keep saying I'm gonna get better, y'all. I'm gonna get better, y'all. This is the first episode. I got a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. I'll let y'all know at the end kind of what happened to me yesterday. Kind of a funny story. So, well, the video didn't work. So I'm gonna just go ahead and explain Symphony to you guys. Symphony is a character that got introduced in about season two, maybe season one. Symphony was just the bartender, everything like that. Then, try to get at the main character who's the, kind of the gang leader. And, he got involved with the family. Once you get involved with a family, like you gonna start learning some information you either don't want to know or you don't need to know, which makes you a target in that show regardless. So, Symphony held it down. He held it down. He wasn't the hardest dude in the world. He wasn't, out there muscling shit. Like he kept it solid. And there was multiple times where he could have been shaky. He has been in multiple situations where he could have got popped, or something could have happened to him. So, there was one scene I remember vividly. The detective came, pulled him over, and he was talking to the detective about some information about the family that the detective was being really nosy on. He kept it solid. Like he was like, first of all, like, why are you talking to me? Second of all, I ain't got no information I ain't got no information you need, and you need to talk to my lawyer. It was two things for me. One, being a smart, educated black man, he know like that type of engagement is illegal because she's not a police officer, whatever. So it was just him off of the top knowing that puts him in a safer situation instead of letting the cop get him so far to where he's arrested. Now he's snitching on the rest of the family. So it's just like he kept it solid, but he has that information that not too many people that he's defended knows. So it's just like that's that universal feel to where like it should be, if you know what I mean. So he, like I said, he just kept it solid. He a funny dude, like cool dude. He was trying hard to get at her. Old girl rejected her. Old girl tried to smoke him, everything like that. But he still remains solid to this day. Like that's a type of example of a cube dude. Like they understand what you going through on the other side, even though they not involved with it and they got something going on else on the other side, but they could still fill that void of just like, not not being too much to one side. That could be really universal. And if he, has to be professional, he could be professional. Eh, hey, he got to deal with some of that mess. He got to deal with some of that mess. But he also understands it does not cross. It does not cross. Either one or the other side. He knows that if he dabbles around on the other side, there's a chance something could happen to him. But he's paying attention to that because he knows he's dabbling in on that other side, and that can happen. So, just like I said, a lot of cube dudes can adapt to certain situations. They don't know they cubes. This is just my definition. But like a lot of people don't know. Um, don't know they're a cube. They have very versatile functions, and they're not really looked at good on the other standpoint, not more the professional standpoint, but the other standpoint. It's because it's just like you're a square. You're a square regardless. You might be cool enough to hang, but you a square to them regardless if you don't put any work. And most dudes just have to come to accept that. But most dudes be like, well, if I ain't hard, I gotta show you I'm hard. It's like, nah, be who you are. You ain't gotta show everybody your every move. Like you ain't gotta be the toughest dude in the world to know you can handle your shit. You ain't gotta sit here and talk about it like you gotta prove to somebody you can handle your shit. If you can handle your shit, it's better if you just shut up. Cause they ain't finna know it's coming. I hate when dudes get into a fight. Oh, I'm finna beat your ass. Bruh, like you talking too much. Like I already see you tensing up and stuff like that. Now I know you want to fight, so I'm finna get ready. I'm finna let you go act stupid so I could put your ass to sleep. Like it's just people don't understand. That's all I'm gonna say, and I just want to give y'all a look into what that looks like for somebody in a position that you might be in, that I'm in, or maybe your friend might be in. Of understanding why a friend might act soft, but they hang around some people that ain't soft. This is why. So, I was gonna bring up another video. I promise y'all, I'm gonna get better at this. I'm gonna get right at this, so I can play y'all videos at the same time. It's just Colorado Wi-Fi. It's terrible. I feel like I am in the middle of nowhere trying to get a cell phone signal on a fucking Motorola Razor or Motorola Razor. Hey, whatever. But y'all know what I meant. And yeah, just know that sometimes I'm gonna pronounce some shit wrong. Just mind your damn business. Please mind your damn business. Mind your damn business. I got some pronunciation issues. But I was gonna pull up another video for y'all. I know I don't like really talk about celebrities like that, but I think this demonstrated another moment of, or give you kind of a cue perspective of how I would have dealt with the situation. So I'm pretty sure what it is October 31st. Happy Halloween. Uh, there was an incident between Diddy and the dude that plays 2-Bit on Power. Like I said, I'm a Power fan. I'm a Power fanatic. The first time I put on Power, I binge watched the first 6 seasons for like 3 to 4 months. So yeah. So the dude that plays 2-Bit, I have to pull up his name at some point. I'm pretty sure y'all know, but yeah, y'all can look it up. So Diddy got in his face, start acting all Hollywood and everything. You know, Diddy chasing for clout right now, going through his midlife crisis. He going through a midlife crisis. Don't get me wrong. I applaud how he dealt with that situation. I very much applaud how he dealt with that situation. He didn't hit Diddy. He didn't really get physical with Diddy. He wasn't the aggressor. He kind of stepped up to him to stand his ground a little bit, but he didn't do anything too much. That is a man, and you can see the look in his eyes. To me, that's a cue. I seen the look in his eyes. He wanted to fight, but he understood the moment. Diddy, Diddy worth what? He just hit a bill, I believe so. I'm probably gonna have to search it up and fact check it, but he just hit a bill. Put it like this: he socked Diddy, lay him out. Next thing you know, he got a lawsuit. That's that cube thinking. You're gonna know your time and situation, and you're gonna know, like, you know what? Yeah, I that. You know what? Let me not even mess with this because he going through his little midlife crisis. He got shit going on. Karma finna hit him, and that's it. And a lot of people that had money understood that they would not be going broke. Just doing impulse shit just to do impulse shit because you got the juice right now. It don't mean shit when that juice is gone. When somebody drip every drop out of that juice and it's gone, ain't nothing you could do. You just out there playing with fire, create bad situations for yourself. Now what I would have did, yeah, I probably would have got sued. You damn Skippy, I'd have got sued. Cause there ain't no way you finna step in my face twice. And then he said something in the regards of you need to change the temperature when you come to the after party. Boy, I'd have turned the temperature up. It's 100 degrees in that party, hands down. But like I said, I got a lot of growing to do, and this is kind of why I started this podcast. So I need to talk some of my stupid stuff out and listen to myself, so I could just know how stupid it is. Cause that man is worth a bill. I don't have nowhere near a bill. He could probably sue me for the socks, shoes, and drawers I got on my feet right now. Sometimes it's just the situation over about how you feel. And sometimes you got to protect who you are, especially if you have a good character. Protecting yourself over somebody disrespecting you, it's a hard fine line. But when you start picking on the side of you instead of how somebody else make you feel, that bag more precious. When you know that money going to your children's children, like, if you start building wealth like that, you start realizing, like, you know what? Nah, this ain't worth it. Cause next thing you know, it's gonna be the next person that's gonna step up to him. Somebody gonna get Diddy. Somebody finna get him. I give it another 2 3 months. We gonna see somebody then slap the shit out of Diddy or then knock him to sleep. Bro, like 50. Like, he going through a midlife crisis. That man don't need to go get put to sleep to prove a point. So, like, I don't know. I feel like I applaud I applaud I applaud him because that took a lot of strength. Because anybody else would have laid him out the first time he stepped to him. So, sometimes it's just better. It's just better to make your enemy think they won. It's better to make them think they won. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna end up looking stupid 2 seconds later. So don't even be worried about that. It ain't even worth losing your money over. So um I can't find his name right now, but I will try to find his name at some point. So yeah, just don't be losing your bag over something stupid. And that goes for regular people too. Stop letting people get you out of your character. Shit, that goes for me too. I gotta stop letting people get out of my character. Cause I let people get me out of my character pretty often. And it just sucks because you know you're not like that. So, just don't be letting people get you like that. It ain't worth it. It's Michael J. Ferguson. I applied and shout out to Michael J. Ferguson. He held his shit together. Props, brother. All right, this show getting a little long, and it's only the intro show, and I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to give y'all a little taste of what's gonna come next. We're gonna have some episodes. We're gonna have some longer episodes, and we gonna really put this thing together. So tell all the people you know. Tell your friends, your family, your cousins, your aunties. Tell anybody y'all gotta tell about this show. The show's finna get right, and I appreciate if you listening to this right now. I appreciate you liking this. Please like, comment, follow, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. They're gonna be in the end credits if you need to follow them. I appreciate it, y'all. And let me not forget, I did have a story for y'all. I do want to thank God. Uh, God kept me alive last night. Uh, I want to give him a shout out for keeping me alive, keeping me breathing, keeping me kicking, and being able to do the stuff I want to do, including this. Last night I got into an accident where I hit a deer, splattered a deer, head-on collision at about 55 miles an hour, airbags deployed. That's about my third accident. My third accident I've been in where the airbags actually deployed. So yeah, I thank him. I thank him for keeping me alive, keeping me breathing. I appreciate the life he gives me. I appreciate the voice he gives me to get to y'all. Um, I appreciate it. Like I said, go follow Keep It Ben Outdoors. Go follow him on YouTube. Go follow Orchid Photo Blossom on Instagram if you need a photo booth for your events, parties, weddings, anything you need. Hit me in the DM if you need to. Um, and y'all have a great, blessed, lovely day, and y'all keep growing and keep getting better. And I'll see y'all next episode. Love y'all. Peace. And that's another episode of Cube Speaks. Thank you guys for the support so far. This is just the beginning. We just gonna keep rising and rising and growing and growing. And follow the pages. We got YouTube, Instagram. We're gonna get a TikTok. We're gonna get everything that you need. Whatever social media platform you own, we own it. I'm gonna pop that somewhere up on the screen, maybe on the end credits. I don't know. I don't give a damn. But make sure you tell your people, tell your mama, tell your cousins, tell your aunties, tell everybody. Cause we gonna do something with this. Well, see y'all in the next episode. Peace.